Hey viewers, you might wonder why the music's already muted. Well, there's a boss that we're going to fight. You also might wonder why my lineup is a bit, well, different than what I'd usually use to start off a boss fight. See, if you look at the death resistance of the characters I've chosen to be my front line, um, they're all immune to death except for Ron. Ron has a very small chance of being afflicted with instant death. And you can see I've brought Suwako's Spirit Affinity up, like, massively. There's a reason for this. That reason is our Ghost event, which I did look into. I have to do this before I can do the Black Cat event. Also, yeah, it's Yuyuko. Thank you, Yomo. But, yeah, I do have to do this before I can do the Black Cat event, so it's a necessary evil. Yeah, that was like 12 floors ago, jeez. Ah, yes, in fact we did. I don't know, are you? 11 strange nights, you say? Okay. Huh, that's a black cat who can move corpses. I wonder who that could be. Oh, yeah, it's Oren. Wow, just throw that out there. Way to go. Oh, yeah, you had nothing to do with subterranean animism, did you? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, so you might as well come along with us. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we already know it's going to be a boss fight because there's a boss flag instead of an event flag, but your toy? What? Of course, find out what we're capable of. That's fair. Yeah, she really said Toyomo. She really did. Anyway, Yu Yuko Saigoji leads off the battle with the Saigoji Flawless Nirvana, which has a very high chance of causing instant death and does a lot of spirit elemental damage, which is why I buff Suwako's spirit and have my front line practically immune to instant death. She's weak to Mystic and Fire. I think more so to Mystic than to Fire. And she can be paralyzed, which, as we saw from the Mokou fight, is probably one of the best things you can ever do to a boss. Especially if Suwako's the one doing it. Anyway, while she's paralyzed, we might as well throw up another buff with Ron and see where we can go from there. Because the faster you can do damage, the better. You don't want to let the fight drag on too long because she does do instant death. And it's just not pleasant for anybody. No, the thing is, the way I have Ron set up, she can basically tank all of Yu Yuko's attacks. It's wonderful. And in a test run, it helped me out in a tight spot because Ran was one of 2 people left alive. The other one being Marisa, but you know, she's got that mystic damage, so. Anyway, Yuko's got 500,000 hit points, as you can tell, because in the video I've already put up the HP bar. And really, as long as you hit her hard and fast, she's gonna fall down eventually. Especially when you buff stuff like Nitori's attack to maximum. That's just 70,000 damage. Wow. And see, I like switching Ronin in between characters because she can survive. Now, Yu Yuko's attacks have an inch. Oh god, Sunai dead. That's. Oh my. But Yu Yuko's attacks can have interesting effects. They can remove part of your bar, actually, and I guess that's the game's equivalent of a slow effect. But she can push the bar back, which is really, it can be troublesome, we'll say. Now, I'm not keeping track of her health, because I don't feel I need to, because on another practice run, I just destroyed her. Nobody died. Obviously, that's different here. But Sanaya died. But I did find that as long as you hit her hard and fast, she's going to fall down eventually. There's no one safe to switch in. Oh, well, you, okay. No, I didn't, oh, okay. This is a thing. State of Enlightenment, go. If anything, I don't want, Tenshi to die. Oh, that was magical. I'll switch in Marisa and hope Master Spark wins. Well, that was more difficult than I thought it would be, but still fairly simple. How about that, viewers? Oh, well, how good for us. Poor Yomo. Agreed. Anyway, since this is another short video because these bosses are coming so easily to me, I'm gonna explain Yuyuko, I suppose. There she is. She's got a decent HP growth, which is different for a mage. But yeah, all of her spells are Spirit Elemental. And they all except Swallowtail Lance have a chance of causing death. But Flawless Nirvana and Ghostly Dream Butterfly both, I know those two both definitely push back the battle gauge a bit for enemies. More so on random battles than bosses. I think it's more like 50% on random battles and like 5% on bosses, but don't quote me on that. So it can be effective, but it's not necessarily, you know, something you should rely on. Anyway, we did get a lot of experience from that battle, so I'll just level up everybody and meet you next time. See you then, viewers.